In this video, we are going to create a contact form and an email capture form, and then integrate both of those into WordPress. It is very easy to do because we're going to use our email marketing tools to do that. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that we're going to use my favorite program, GetResponse. I am an affiliate for GetResponse, so if you do use a link in my description below to get started with a GetResponse account, I do earn a commission for that. So if you liked the video and you found it helpful and you want to use that link, it's always very greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get right into building that contact form. First, we're going to create a contact form for our website surfing.tv. It's going to look something a little bit like this here, and to do it, we're going to use GetResponse. And this is going to be very easy since they have pre-made contact forms for us to use. The first thing we'll do is under the options here, go to forms and pop-ups. Once here, we'll click create on the right-hand side. And then we want to choose embed in a page. And like I said, we're going to use a pre-made contact form for this. To do that, we're going to go to get feedback on the left-hand side and scroll down to contact us. And we're just going to use this template right here with the white background. Once we're in here, we're going to update the contact form area here a little bit. The first thing I like to do is once you click in here, you can go to fields on the right. And I want to change all of the words here to have capital letters that they start with. I think that this just makes it look better, so I prefer that. But again, if you don't want to do this, you certainly don't have to. After we've updated those fields, we can go into the design area and we want to go to the button option. Once we're in the button option, I like to change this word submit to all capital letters. And for the shape, I want to make it round. I think this just looks better with the round button there. After that, we can go down under advanced settings. And I want to change this button color here to the blue color that I have for my website, just to kind of keep some uniformity within the website. So to do that, we're going to go to our WordPress dashboard. And if you followed along with my website builder video, you'll know that we've created an accent color for our website. In this case, it's this blue color right here. So to get there, I'm going to go to Appearance and then Customize. Once here under Colors, we have our accent color right here. So this is the blue color. I can copy this hex code. And if we go back to GetResponse, we can choose the button color and we could change that to this blue color that we have for our website. And now we have the hover color is still black. So I want to change this hover color to this blue. But I want to make it a little bit of a darker blue. So I'm just going to drag this to the top right. And now we can see the color of our button is our accent color. And if we hover over it, it changes slightly to a darker blue, just so people can understand when they hover over that they're actually selecting the correct button. The next option that you have is this feather down below. Since this is part of the pre-template that we chose, you can delete this if you want, or you can upload a different image or replace it, whatever you want to do here. I'm just going to delete it to make it easier. The last thing that we are going to do is if we click in this full contact form here, we'll get to the settings. I just click down at the bottom and you can see the general settings are right here. If we scroll down to the background color, we want to change this to transparent, and that's right here, transparent. This makes it so that it will go directly onto our page here with whatever color background that we have on the website, instead of it maybe being a different white or an off-white. It just is going to look a lot better if we make it transparent. And this contact form is done. It's pretty simple to do the contact form. Realistically, it's just a formality. Not many people ever will fill out your contact form if they want to try to get a hold of you, but it certainly is still good to have on the website. So we're back here on GetResponse, and we're going to click on Next at the top right. Once we're here, it's going to ask you for what URL this page is going to be on. And since it's the contact page, I'm going to copy and paste that right here. And we're going to scroll down to this Web Connect area. We need to only do this once for our website. And this will work for our contact page as well as our email capture form that we'll do later in the video. So what we want to do is click on Get Web Connect. And on the bottom right here, we can copy this to clipboard. We're copying all of this code here. Now we need to go back to our WordPress dashboard. And if you followed along with my video for building the website, we already installed a plugin that's going to be very useful. So we want to go to plugins and we're going to go to the plugin for admin and site enhancements. We're going to click on configure, and in here you want to go to custom code, which is right here. custom code. Once here, you're going to activate the insert head, body, and footer code option, and then click on the expand button here. We're only going to be using the top section here for the header. And if you click in here, you can now paste exactly what we copied from GetResponse. The technical reason for doing it using this plugin is if you do this directly into the header field on WordPress, whenever WordPress updates, it's going to overwrite that header field and it will break all of the contact forms that you have on your website. By using admin and site enhancements and doing it here in the custom code area, you'll never have to worry about this code going away. It'll always be on your website and your forms will always be working, even if WordPress does update itself. Once you have it pasted in here, you're going to click on Save Changes at the top right. Click on I'm certain this is a false positive, and then allow this action. You're all set. We can refresh the page, continue, and it should have saved, but I like to do a save changes one more time. And we can see the green check mark at the top right showing that it did save. The next thing that we need to do is go back to GetResponse. We've completed this Web Connect option, and we're going to scroll down, and now we see another set of code here. This is the HTML code for our actual contact form we just created. So again, we're going to click on copy to clipboard. Let's go back to WordPress, and this time we're going to go to pages on the left. And we want to go to the contact page, edit with Elementor. And right in here, we have the contact form. We just typed in some words before, but this is where we're going to paste in the HTML code. Just in case, I'm going to delete this here and show you how to add in the HTML block through Elementor. You can click the plus right here and it'll take you to this area on the left-hand side. We're simply going to search for HTML and drag it right in there. Once we've done that, we can paste our HTML code right here. You won't see the actual form, but you'll see this bracket thing here, and that means that the code is in there. And we are done. Update on the bottom, and it's successfully updated. So we're going to click the hamburger menu at the top left and exit. Now we could go back to GetResponse, and the last step is save and publish. All right, we successfully completed the contact form. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the words here and we're going to put in an email capture form here. Again, this is very easy. It's going to look something similar to this right here. And to do that, we're going to go back to GetResponse, back to Forms and Pop-ups, and Create on the top right. We want to embed in a page and click Next. This time we're just going to use a blank template. And right here, we want the sign up form. So we're going to use this blank template for a sign up form. And the first thing you want to do is change the wording here. You could change it to whatever you want. I've already typed something up for this surfing.tv website. All right, so I entered in my other words, a little bit more catchy than what was in there before. The first thing that I want to do is there's a significant gap between these words in the middle and the title here. So I want to close that gap just a little bit. In order to do that, I'm going to click into this box here. And on the right-hand side, you can go to Block Settings. I'm going to change the top padding to make it lower. We're going to change it all the way to 0, which narrows the gap between these two areas, the title and the main body. I'm also going to remove the padding on the bottom. That way it's a little bit closer to the form right here as well. And I still want it closer, so I'm going to click in the title area and go to Block Settings. I'm going to unlock the padding here, and I'm just going to lower the bottom padding, which gets these a little bit closer again as well. Once that's done, we're going to work on the form here. So let's click in the form area. And the first thing that I want to do is go to the design option on the right-hand side. Once I'm in the design option, I'm going to go to label, and I want to change the inputs to inside inputs. And you'll see here this name, instead of being on top, is going to go inside, just like that. Not only does it save space, it just looks a lot cleaner and makes it very clear where people need to type in if they're going to be signing up for your email form. After that, we can click on the back option, and then under field, we're going to go to Advanced Settings. Once we're in advanced settings, we're going to change the border around this form here. I want it to be my same blue color for surfing.tv, this accent color, and I really want to make it pop. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this line a lot more noticeable. Let's move it to 3. And now we want to grab our accent color. We did that before. Under appearance, we can go to customize, colors, and right here is where we grab the color. Back to GetResponse, we can change the border color right here, and we're going to make it our blue. And you can see this pops a lot more now that we've changed it to a different color. In general, I try not to change the color of words on my page. I like to change other items on the page to accent the words, but generally I keep words either a solid black or a solid white. So right here, I'm going to make this pop just a little bit more by clicking the shadow button on the bottom. And you can see it kind of gives a little glow to both of these. And I think that's enough. We're good to go with this. We can click the back button. And now we're going to click on button option on the right-hand side. We're going to be editing this submit button right here. The first thing I like to do is change this to all capital letters. After that, we're going to change the shape here to round. So it's a round button. And now let's go to advanced settings. Once we're in advanced settings, I want to change this font color here. Instead of it being blue, I'm going to change it to a white color. So when you change it to white, it should just be a bunch of F's here for the hex. And now the button color, instead of it being transparent, I'm going to make this my accent color. Perfect. So now we have a white text with a button here with our accent color that matches the form color right here. And then if you hover over it, it's already set to this blue color for the hover. And I kind of like that, but if your color scheme is, let's say, green, then I would change the hover color to a dark green or something like that. But I kind of like this blue right now, so I'm going to leave the hover color to that blue that is already in there. And then once again, to give it a little bit more pop, I'm going to click on shadow on the very bottom, and that gives it a little bit of a shadow there. We can click the back button here. And now the last thing to do is we want to make the background transparent, just like we did with the contact form. So I like to click on the very bottom here, and you get to the settings area. For background color, click on transparent, and there we go. We're going to click next. Since this is on our home page, we're going to click our home page here and paste that. Once you have a proper URL in there, you can see that this green check mark shows up. We've already done the web connect on the contact form, so we don't have to do this web connect again. That's good for any GetResponse forms we use on our website, but we do have this different embedded form code that we need to add to WordPress. So we're going to copy this here, and we're going to go back to WordPress and go to our WordPress dashboard, pages on the left-hand side, and then to our home page, and edit with Elementor. Once we're in here, we just need to add HTML code to this area here. So we want to delete out both of these text boxes here. If you followed along on my original video and just left the HTML code there, then that's perfectly fine. But we're going to click in these. I like to click the edit button and just hit delete on my keyboard to get rid of that. Again, here we're searching for HTML. And we're going to drag this box in here for the code. Paste our code in there. You can see the brackets will show up there. And update. The 3 hamburger option up at the top left and exit. Now we go back to GetResponse, and the last thing we need to do is save and publish. Once that's done, we can go back to our website and we can check out what our forms look like. Here's the Contact Us form. Very simple and straightforward. Again, this is just really a formality to have on your website. Most people do not use this. And if we click on this to go to the home page, we will see our email capture form right here as well. Depending on how it looks on your website, you can obviously go back into GetResponse and edit anything that you need to, but this is looking pretty good so far. And with that, we successfully updated the Contact Us form and the email capture form for the home page and updated it in WordPress. Just another reminder, I do have a link to GetResponse in the description of this video. If you use that link, I do earn a commission, but if you found today's video helpful and you want to use that, it is greatly appreciated. And it's actually how I keep all of my content free, like my free 30-day video guide where I help people go from an idea to a fully online business. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're already taking care of your website, but if you want to get all the other business things done, check out my free guide. It's at traffic.tv. And with that, I hope everyone's email capture form gets millions of signups and you're wildly successful. Take care.